and welcome to my channel. Thank you for visiting. I'm planning on doing a voiceover, I think, for this, because I think it might become a long video. But I have, just for a change, a man to use as a collage in my art journal page. And I've also made a rainbow rice colour. I kind of thought that he might look cool coming out of there with all his paint and everything. And that's the premise of the start of my watercolour, well, not watercolour, my art journal page. I've taped it off, and you might notice there's a bit of fluff under there. That's because I've put the tape onto my pants, and that's picked up the fluff, and hopefully that'll de-tack it a little bit. So my first port of call is to just remove this from the rice paper. I printed this out on rice paper, and yeah, I'm just going to grab a brush, and it's always easier to remove it. Now, I did print this on an inkjet printer, so this could end up a disaster because inkjet tends to not be waterproof, so we'll see how it all goes. But it's just something I had in my head that I thought I wanted to try, so let's just give this a bit of a rip and see how we go. Now, this guy is from one of Natalie May's collage papers, nataliemay.com.au, I believe. She does lots of different collage papers. I think this one belongs to the, I think it's called Real Men collage set. I'll just show you quickly how I keep all my collage papers. I've bought quite a few from Natalie. I just keep them in just one of these little folders. And if you go to Natalie's website, you'll find all sorts. I find keeping them like this, then if I've got a project or just if I want to play, that's stamp area, and that's not. Here's one of the ones from Natalie. Here's the Real Men, and excuse the words, these, and I find it simple just to keep them in these little folders so that if I get some inspiration and just want to try out something, they're all here laid out for me and in a folder. Much simpler to keep them organised like that. Then my plan, somehow I need to make this fit, but I'm not really keen on putting him smack bang in the centre, but I can always move this around. He's still going to be in the centre, isn't he? I want it to look like a wave has kind of washed over him and splattered him with paint. And I think we're getting that vibe, kind of like, no, like that. I'm really, no, that just looks like a rainbow behind him. I want it to look like a wave. So if I put it kind of there, and then I can blend him in as well, maybe. Something like that, I think. Yeah, I just need to make some adjustments with the paper because it's a bit big. I wanted him to kind of look like he was walking out of it. It's not bad looking, is he? For a made-up image. Yeah, I like that. I do like that. Right, we need to make some adjustments. Let's cross there. Need a straight edge for him because of the tape. If you can hear galloping, that's my cat running around like crazy. Yeah, I like that. So now I need to cut that bottom bit off of him. If you're wanting to know how to print on rice paper for like that rainbow wave that I've got here, that is, I have another short that explains exactly how you can do that. So yeah, I really do like that. Really like that. Right, we're going to get that down. Just a little bit off there. I know I say a little bit too often. I've noticed that with making YouTube videos. Not that I'm an expert at this, but I've noticed that I say absolutely and a little bit all the time. But I think that's looking good. So we can move that down. Just grab some gel medium. And just get this stuff down first. I use gel medium matte. This is an Australian one. Solid Solutions, made in Australia, reasonably priced, professional medium. It's very good, and you'll notice all this. I use what's it called? Glad Press and Seal, which you can get from Costco, just to keep it more airtight. So I find that very, very good. Now let's just stick this down. Yeah, I'm risking it. We'll see. Hopefully if I don't overwork it, it'll be okay. Right, so we've got him in there. And hopefully with the wave kind of look, what I was trying to do was just get some sort of, like he's walking out from the wave and it's dumped all this paint all over him. Put that back on there. Just stops it from drying out, etc. I do that with like my gessos, my gel mediums, all that kind of stuff. Just keeps it fresher longer. Do that with my modelling pastes as well. And we'll wait for that to dry and I'll be back. And we're back. Now, just while I was letting that dry, I also added some clear gesso over the top, just to, well, give it some tooth so that I can continue to paint on it. So yeah, Liquitex Professional Clear Gesso. Now, my next step, now I'm no expert, I'm just doing what I normally do, is just try and hope, oh, excuse the noises, I'm just going to try and put out some paints that I might be able to extend the colours of this. I don't know how it's going to go, but we can give it a try. My thoughts, just to kind of make this more in line with blending it into the page. These are Dina Wakely paints. As you can see, that one's Night, that was Peacock, and that one was Lapis. Lemon Yellow I'm not real sure about, but we'll see how that goes. It may not even come out. Some of these paints are pretty old. Let's see if I can stick something in there. Ugh, that's just pushing it all down, isn't it? It's not real smart at all. Let's just, oop. I think I need some new paints. I actually did buy a lot of these paints from a lady on a buy, swap and sell, so some of them are pretty dried up. Some are ones I've added since. So let's have a look. I'm adding a little bit of water. I don't know how this is going to go, but let's just give it a try. An absolute mess on him. We need to get off. God knows how I got that on there, but let's just, God, how has that got on there? Can you tell I normally work with watercolor, not acrylic? Anyway, I've got acrylic everywhere. I think that's looking good so far. Let's have a look. Bring that up. It's pretty well blended. Yep. Now I just need to let that dry. And we can add some stamping and maybe some stenciling. This is just going to be a pretty basic page, but I hope you like it so far. Be back shortly. And we're back, and here is where we are at the moment. I pulled out a stencil, thought I'd give this one. This is a Natalie May stencil as well. I thought I might just put a little bit of that, just a hint in the background. I don't want it to be super standing out, and it's a Distress Oxide Walnut stain. And let's try a little bit kind of up here. Just see what that looks like. And just a tiny bit down here as well. Let's see how that works. It's just that something there, but not quite happy with how that is. Just go over it a little bit more and see how that goes. Just adds a little bit of grunge, although I don't want to really cover up his arm that much. So let's just clear that a bit. Then another one that I pulled out, another Natalie May stencil. I'm sorry, I don't know the names of all these. I just keep them. Again, I'll show you my stencil storage. I keep them in these folders like this. so that I can see them all. I have many of these folders, but as you can see, they're easily accessible, and yeah, good storage for your stencils. A4 size. Now for this, I'm really not sure what colour I want to use with this, but I do want some, I might add just a little bit of orange, I think, just to match it up. And these are inks I've had for years and years and years, Adder and Dark. And this is Sunset Orange. Oh, I hope I don't bugger it up. But I just want to add just a kick of colour. So let's just see how that's looking. A little bit up here. I like that. I just need to go back over this a little bit, I think. A bit brighter. Yeah. Just like to try and grunge it up just a bit. That's better. Yep, just added a little bit of colour that matches in with the background. Oh no, I'll wrap it on. And then I think we need a little bit of darker contrast, but I'm not sure about these words. No, I think that I will actually choose some separate words from a stencil, from a word pack for that, rather than try and do that. But I do love circles, so we're going in with some circles. This is another Natalie May stencil. I'll link to her website in the description box below, but I do love a little bit of circles, so that's what we're going to do. And I've just got to find, where is it? We're going with a bit of picked raspberry in the oxides. Probably not the maily kind of thing, but I really do like that. And I think that kind of, that's just a little bit of brightness. I'm so tempted to add just a little bit more, maybe just some little circles. And now, because I've got those and it's an uneven number, I've got to go a little bit there, just a little bit. Right, and the last thing before I add any words, I want to add some white splatters, and I'll do that. I have some Dr. P.H. Martin bleed-proof white in here. I save that so that I can use it rather than wipe out the palette each time. So I can mix it up. But the thing is, you need to test it first, and I do have a little box here that I normally do my splatters in. So, can you tell I do splatters in this? And then I'll just test it to see how big the splatters are, and I'm happy with that. So what I'll do is just a little bit more. And then turn it a little bit so it doesn't look like it's all from the same direction. And I'm happy with that, except I don't want it on his face or there. But other than that, all good. Rinse that out, and then I just sit that aside to re-wet again next time I need splatters. Now all I have to do is find a saying, but for now this is how it's looking, and we'll attempt to take the tape off. And there we have it. I just need to find a saying, a quote to put on there. I'm pretty happy with that. If I can hold it still, I'll find a quote and I'll add that to the end of the video. And I'm back for the last time. This is the finished result. I just added some stickers from Small Talk and did a little bit of outlining around the edges. Thank you. I hope you like it. Something a bit different, because normally I work with ladies' faces, etc. So this time we've got a nice looking guy. Well, I think he's nice looking. I don't know who he is, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Bye now.